everyone! Oh my god, if you're wondering why I'm laughing, I've been trying to do this intro with this little wave for like the past 10 minutes because my arms are hurting like crazy. My arms are hurting so much that I can like barely lift them to wave. But anyway, how are you? I thought I would do a show and tell video where I would just show you a bunch of new products that I'm really excited about and kind of do little mini reviews of them. Just, you know, kind of lots of goodies to play with. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to show them to you live on camera and just kind of give my opinion on them. So first of all, ow, my arms are hurting like crazy. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to like hold it up and then my arms are gonna hurt. But anyway, let's get started. So first I have some stuff from Nars, and I think this is from their fall or winter collection. This is Outremer eyeshadow, which I showed in my last video, the Princess Jasmine one, which I really love doing. If you missed out on the Princess Jasmine video, I will just link it right now. You can click on that. It's going to open a new window if you want to check it out later. I used this shadow in that video, and it's just really cool because it's a really bright blue. So let me just go ahead and swatch that. So there it is. It's a matte finish. Very pigmented, as you can tell. This is not really an eyeshadow that I would think typical like of fall, but I think that you could do some really cool looks with this if you're into sort of more brighter colors. But so I like that they put out a unique shadow. And I actually got this from hqhair.com. I will have a link for it below. I have the Larger Than Life Lengthening Mascara, and this is, you know, I'm just not really into high-end mascaras, I'll be perfectly honest with you, because I just really don't think that you get your bang for your buck, because nowadays there's actually really good mascaras available at the drugstore. What I have noticed about this mascara is that it is very nice and lengthening. You can see there the spikes, they kind of taper out towards the front, so that's actually really handy for doing like under eyelashes or for going like right into the inner corner. This isn't really like a very thickening or volumizing mascara. I mean, it's called a lengthening mascara for a reason. What I also noticed, I don't know if this is like the waterproof version or whatever. I don't think so. It doesn't say waterproof or anything on it, but it is like waterproof. You need to use like an oil-based makeup remover to get this off. So that's the Nars stuff. The next stuff I wanted to show you are a few things by Sleek. So I have here the Molten Metal. And this is like a cream eyeshadow, and this comes in two colors, and as you can tell, I've already used this. So basically I really like the packaging. Actually, this is something that I really like. It comes with a mirror right there, and it just looks like elegant packaging for, this is a drugstore brand that you can get in the UK. You can also order this online, and basically you know, there's the swatches, so they look gorgeous. I'll just, you know, maybe swatch them right beside each other on my hand. So just by going by the looks alone, these products are great, but that's pretty much where my love ends for these, because they just crease, and I have never found a cream eyeshadow that actually doesn't crease. I don't know. I think it's just because they're emollient, it's really hard to make a creamy eyeshadow that just doesn't crease, because every single one that I have tried creases like instantly, or you know, after maybe like an hour, it's just like all over in the crease. And even if I use an eyeshadow base, and I tried to use an eyeshadow base, then I used these, and then I put like eyeshadow on top, and I just tried to wear them on their own, and they just crease. So it's just unfortunate, because they are really, really nice. Like, they're really, really pigmented, and I could see these working really well for like New Year's or something. I might use them in a tutorial just to kind of give you maybe a view of like the color payoff or something. And then I also have the Sleek Brow Kit, and this is in light. It's basically very similar packaging, so it has a mirror there, and then there's these three little tools in here. There is a tweezer, okay, as you can see, totally useful because it's so tiny. A little brush and another little kind of angled brush, and honestly, these three for me are instant garbage, to be quite honest, because they're just so small. Like, I mean, I have large hands, so for me, like, I don't know who these are meant for. Maybe like a dwarf, like Alice in Wonderland, maybe like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I don't know, because they're just so small. Like, and then basically there's two products in here. One time is like, it's like a creamy kind of product, and then a powder. So you use this on your eyebrows, so you'd first use the cream side, and I'll just use these little dinky brushes that come with it. So I'll just, you know, put it there. So you kind of go over your brows with that, and then you would set it with the powder. I just swatched it right beside there. So I actually used this brow powder today, so there you can see what it looks like. And I do like the concept of it. Like, I like using this kind of cream product first, and then I put the powder on top. But I don't know if you can see in the video, but what I really don't like about this particular one is that it's really, really red toned. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it's like almost like auburn. So for me, that's not really that good, because my own hair is kind of more, like, my natural hair is more ash toned brown. And as you can see here, like, this is really, really like a warm tone brown. It is in theory a good product, but maybe for me it's just the wrong color. Okay, so next I just wanted to show you a couple new brushes by Sigma. This is from their, I think it's called the Synthetic Precision Kit, or whatever it's called. Precision Synthetic line. This one is probably my favorite of them all. This is the P86, and it has a tapered head. Now, these are all made of synthetic material. These are like the same as the synthetic, like their whole synthetic range is, I think, the same material, because I like to use this for concealer. And what I like is because it has like a pointy tip, it's perfect for getting into that you know, that like inner crease. Sometimes like here I get dark circles, and I can get really right in there with that brush and then just go right underneath my eye. This is another one that is pretty good for concealer, and this is the P82. So this kind of does the same thing, you know, it goes right in there. P84. And I honestly really haven't found a good use. Maybe you could use it like for corners, like around your nose. But then again, like one brush like this could do all that. You know, you could go here, you could go here. You don't really need 5 different brushes to put on concealer. And then there's also the P80, which is a flat top. And honestly, this is the one that I like the least. I mean, I've actually used this for powder and just kind of stipple it on like that. But this is the one that I find just doesn't really have much of a use, because I like the synthetic Kabuki that they have, the large one. I really like that for foundation. But this small one just really doesn't cover enough area to really do much of anything. So overall, I do like these brushes. I don't know if it's necessary to own them all, like, because I think that kind of might be superfluous. And I also have another one of the new brushes, and this is the tapered Kabuki. This is the F86, again, synthetic material, and this works great for foundation. So I love using this for foundation because, again, it's like big, you can kind of get it into specific areas, like right underneath your eye, and, you know, around your nose is really good for that. Okay, so next I've got a couple of perfumes. So the first one that I wanted to show you is by Lancome, and this is the Lancome Trésor Midnight Rose. And I think it's Emma Watson who's doing the ad campaigns for that, because I think this is supposed to be like a new take on their Trésor perfume, which I think came out in the 90s. I love the bottle. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it has this purple ombre glass, and then it has this cute, you know, the signature Lancome rose on the front, and it smells, it's supposed to smell like rose, but to be honest, it doesn't really smell like rose to me. Like, it does have like a slight rosy scent, but when I smell this, I definitely don't think, wow, like I'm smelling a rose. I just quickly wanted to compare this to the bottle of Stella McCartney, which is actually also a rose perfume. So the bottle is kind of similar, but the actual bottle of the Trésor perfume is very similar to this. So I think they base it off the old perfume bottle. but when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it's exactly like the Stella McCartney bottle. And this is one of my favorite perfumes, which actually is also a rose-based perfume. But these two smell completely different. Like if you have Stella, don't think that this is like the same thing, because they don't smell anything alike. This one definitely, for me, has like a very sweet, like almost like a berry scent. I don't know if it's like boysenberry or blackberry or something like that, but it definitely has like a berry scent, which is kind of unique. Like I don't have any perfumes like that. It is quite sweet without being like sugary. Like it doesn't smell sugary sweet, but it definitely smells like fruity sweet. If you like those kind of perfumes, you can check that out. It might be totally up your alley. The other perfume that I quickly wanted to touch upon is the Illamasqua Freak, which is the new perfume that Illamasqua released, and this is just a sample bottle. So I honestly don't know what the full-size bottle looks like. I imagine it looks a lot more glam. This one looks, the bottle is just kind of like cheap because it is just a press sample. This is 15 mils and this is an eau de parfum, and this one is really, really different. This is not the kind of fragrance that I would personally go for normally. I have worn it several times. Actually, I wore it today. It's a very grown-up scent. Like it's almost like a perfume that I think my mother would wear. Not that it's like an old lady scent, but it's definitely very intense. It's kind of like, it's musky and sort of oriental. Like it has that kind of patchouli sort of flavor to it. I don't know the exact notes. I could probably look those up and that would be probably a lot more helpful. But it's, yeah, it's very intense. Like it's a very opulent, rich, heady scent. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the Dita Von Teese perfume, only this one is even heavier, I think. So this is definitely, for me, like an evening fragrance. Yeah, this is definitely like a different kind of fragrance for me. I'm not sure that I'm in love with it, but it's definitely something that I could maybe see myself wearing like on a very, you know, special occasion, like at night with like a really dramatic dress or something like that. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to show you are some cosmetic glitter that are from Lit Cosmetics, which is actually a brand that I think is pretty new, and they focus mainly on cosmetic glitter, so they've really kind of specialized on one thing, and I think that's great, because when a company specializes on like one thing, that means they're really trying to do the best on just that product instead of, you know, doing something of everything. So I actually have quite a few of the of these glitters, so I don't think I'll be able to show you everything because there's just so many. This is one of the stacks, so they kind of stack into each other, but you can actually, you know, you could remove this and then just put a normal lid on them. Like if you buy them individually, they come with a lid and they look like this. So I will show you maybe this one. This one is called Beach Baby, for example. So there's Beach Baby. It's really cute, actually. It's like a sand, like a beachy sand color, kind of gold. For example, here's one, Roxy Rolla. There you can see it. It's like a magenta color, and I think that one looks so cool. This one is called Soul Sister. Look at that. Like, how cool is that? Like, can you even describe that color? This one's called Tweety. Ooh, how gorgeous is that? So pretty. And what comes with these glitters is the glitter base. So clearly liquid glitter base. The brush into this base. You know, dipping my brush into there. So then you just paint it on like that. And once this base dries, this actually holds the glitter quite well, because this is always a problem when working with glitter. I've tried so many different things. This one actually works really well. And it definitely helps the glitter to stay a long time. Of course, when you do have glitter in your eye, you can't rub your eye. You can't be like, oh, la, 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 because all the glitter will fall off regardless if you have a base or not, because it's like actual particles sticking to your eyelid. But the base works really well, and it's not, there's no alcohol in it. I have very, very sensitive eyes, and I haven't noticed like any irritation. It comes like this, so there's going to be a lot of cross-contamination, you know, so you want to be careful you don't have any glitter on the brush when you dip back in, because otherwise the glitter will disperse in here. Also, if you're working on clients, like professionally, then it's not very hygienic to keep using a brush and dipping into the product. You'd have to use like a disposable wand. But if you're using it for yourself, like, this is fine. The other thing that I'm not too crazy about is the packaging. It looks cute if you buy one, But imagine if you're just buying these two glitters, okay? Look how much packaging that is, okay? So just for storage, like, yes, these containers look kind of neat and stuff. Only a little bit of product and then this huge clunker of packaging. For me, that's not really convenient because I'm running out of storage space. So for someone who has a big collection and you want to order like 10 of these, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So imagine 2 of these stacks, like that's gonna take up quite a bit of room. The other thing is their website they have swatches of all their glitters, but the swatches are not really very telling. So I mean, it's kind of hard to go by the swatch. They would actually take clear pictures of every single glitter that they offer, because you can only order these online, I think. I've never seen these in a store or something. So the fact that their whole business is run online, it would be really good if they could, you know, take a picture of each individual product so that you can actually get a proper feel for the actual colors, instead of just, you know, having these tiny little swatches that are kind of hard to go by and they're not always, you know, completely color accurate. Oh, my arm. Oh, my arm hurts. Okay, so that is actually it for this little show and tell, and I can't believe I'm such a wimp, but my arms are killing me now from just holding up those products. So in case you're wondering, it's just from working out like crazy today, so now I'm really feeling it in my muscles at the moment. Also, what I was thinking of doing soon is doing a clothing haul, because I've been buying new clothes in the last little while and I got some new accessories, and I ordered some stuff from ASOS, which I'm still waiting for that to arrive. I'm so happy because there was like a sale, so I went a bit crazy and bought some stuff. Everything like gets here from ASOS. I will do like a clothing and like fall clothes or winter clothing haul. I hope you guys like that, and also some accessories, because I know a lot of you have been seeing me wear different clothes and like accessories. I've been getting a lot of questions about those, like where did you buy this and stuff. So I'll do a video on everything. Then you'll get all the information on that. Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, I hope this wasn't too long. So I hope you guys have a really, really great day, and if you have time, come and check me out on Facebook and on Twitter. I love chatting with you guys on there if you have time. And also, you can check me out on Tumblr, because I've started up an Instagram stream there. So if you have Instagram, you can follow me on your iPhone. I don't know if it's available on other phones, but definitely on iPhone. And yeah, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a really great Monday night or Monday day. And I will see you very soon. Bye.